test for me, and I have come out negative, but he hasn't done his yet, 'cause he isn't feeling good. I'm going to go for a coffee and a cake.
On her own?
No, I won't. I'll wait for him to get better.
No,
I'm not going to go. I
bet you do.
I could do, but
I bet you have a sneaky
I'm
Costa
red.
Coffee.
This is making me red, man. I'm a red.
You're red? Oh, yeah, you're
I was supposed to be getting my hair cut on Monday. I had to cancel it because I had COVID, so desperate for a haircut. Oh, you're red as well?
I'm not red. Maybe it's the phone.
Must be the phone.
It's the phone.
The phone. Anyway.
Am I red? What do you think? I think she's red.
Now then, somebody, while we're here, I might as well, I'll tell you what, we'll do some questions. Oh. Hang on. And how will I do this? Ellie Wolf made a comment.
Oh.
You know, we were talking about our dementia songs, which I can't remember what mine are, so I've got dementia already. But Ellie Wolf, hi Ellie, I'm sorry this is tilted a bit high. There.
See the pops.
Hi Ellie. She said, oh God, what did it say about the electronic music?
Electronic music?
By?
Not really.
Not him. She
not
said,
really.
And then she said, she actually listened to the song that you liked from, was it Deep Purple?
Oh
Speed
yeah,
King.
Speed King. Whoa.
And he thought you must be you've got to be well gone. I went and listened to it. It's not my bag. I do.
It's good.
It reminds me when I was in the sixth form at school. But we girls used to like the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and things, and the boys always used to come walking along with their LP under their hand, and they always, when they were young, they always walked like this. Young lads always walked like this. They always bounced.
No.
Yes, they did.
Some
you
did.
always bounced like that.
Some did. You would never have caught me walking like that.
Anyway,
Not
they used to come with
their
the LPs under their arms, and with things like Deep Purple and all these other ones, and they'd play them in the sixth form common room, and we girls used to say, "Oh, that's awful, horrible music." Now he's introduced me to quite a lot of them, the things now, Deep Purple and whatever. Mm-hmm. I do like some of them, but that Speed King is, whoa, that's a bit over the top for me.
First album I ever bought was Velvet Underground.
Uh-huh. That's another one I would never even listen to.
The second one I bought was Led Zeppelin. And then it went
She said, what did that lady, what did Ellie say?
I'm coming to them. Then I bought Buffalo Springfield. Then I got into Crosby, Stills and Nash and all that stuff. But I also liked Jefferson Airplane, especially Grace Slick.
She's got a good voice, has Grace Slick.
Well, she's also...
She's in the 80s now. We keep looking them up to see what they're doing.
She was a great singer, but she was also dead good looking. And yeah, I like them.
Which is why he always wants a lady singer in his band, and I keep saying, go for a man.
White Rabbit, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, just damn good. Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention. I sort of quite liked him. I didn't get right into him, and I never bought one of his albums, but I listened to him a lot because my friends had his albums. And I just thought he was all right, but I didn't get carried away with him. My all-time favourite artist is Neil Young.
We went to see him as well a few years back. He was thrilled as anything.
It was a bit awesome, and it still is, to be honest. It can do no wrong in my eyes. What else? Well, there's just loads, isn't there? I mean, there's very...
Mothers of Invention. Oh, you said that.
Yeah, they're kind of all right. It was a bit weird though. He gave his poor old son a funny name.
Oh, and there were also a few of them said that Tiny Tim didn't do the Good Ship Lollipop. He did Tiptoe Through the Tulips. But he's adamant he did do.
He did do Good Ship Lollipop.
But he was more known for Tiptoe. He was more known for Tiptoe Through the Tulips. I wouldn't buy either of those.
Yeah, but the thing about that, and the reason I mentioned it, is because I didn't follow Tiny Tim, but when I saw him on Top of the Pops, it was memorable.
Yeah.
It was one of those
It
things
was.
that you never forget.
Him and who's the Frenchman that came on as well? You look forward to Top of the Pops, and then you got, if you got a good band, that was great, and then if you got a horrible one, or if you got some weirdo like Tiny Tim, or the other one was, who was the Charles Aznavour. He had a lovely voice, but he was I can't remember his song now, but he was
I think if proof were needed that Micheline was half French, that was it.
I am now completely negative. He is
Completely positive.
day three of having four. Somebody said, now in America you're all saying COVID isn't around. In the UK it is absolutely mad, and I think what we've just all said is let it flow, let's get it, because it's the Omicron one. It's not as bad. It's each time, I think they're onto the phase 3 of Omicron, and it's not as bad as it was. It's basically gives you a cough and a cold. I've been better than you have, haven't I?
Excuse me. You want another dose?
There's a little faint line there. Can you see a little tiny faint line on the tea? So I'm not really negative yet. Can't go for that cake.
Where?
There, look.
Oh, look at that.
Tiny mark.
Oh,
I can't go out yet. I've got to wait for him. Well, I managed to miss out on going to... I better stop this and redo it. Hang on, because it might not download. It takes a long time to download. We're supposed to have quick download speed now, and it's not. It took 2 hours to upload my vlog last night. Anyway, because of this negative thing, I missed out my swing fit yesterday, which was quite good because I didn't really want to go. And
it's an unfortunate name for a gathering.
Let's go swing, Nancy. I can't remember what you do now. It's that. It's this. You could do a bit of this, and a bit of that, and a bit of this, and a bit of that. I go with the lady across the road. She's went off on
being a dirty old man,
shut up.
Swing fit means something quite...
Yeah, I know it does. It's a typical man. Anyway, everybody in the UK is getting COVID. Apparently it's causing a lot of flights to be cancelled. It's causing the ships to be, the ferries to France to be cancelled for that and other reasons. And I know that all my grandkids have now had COVID. If you've got contact with grandkids, you're likely to pick it up. Somebody was saying who gave you the COVID. It was his mum's partner who had it, and he passed it on to
you
and to me, and he passed it on to his mother, and then I passed it on to you. So
I'm a few days behind.
He's a few days behind. So it's apparently it's very, very contagious, but it's just like a cough and a cold, and I would agree with that. It's just a cough and a cold.
Well, you've got to bear in mind that we've been vaccinated.
Yeah, we've been
fully.
Vaccinated. We haven't had 4, we've had 3.
We've had 3, 2 shots and a booster.
Mm-hmm.
And on the back of that, the symptoms are not really any worse than a common cold.
Yeah. So I know that in the schools, my son sent a message saying that apparently in the schools, my grandson got COVID, and they said that the message is, if they've just got a cough and a cold, they can go back to school. If they've got headaches or anything else, then they have to keep them off. So, and I think the teachers, to be honest, the eldest grandson was sent home because even the teaching staff were off with COVID. So we're just letting it run rife now because it's like the common cold, and eventually we'll all get back to normal. Or will we get back to normal? No, we'll not get back to normal.
No, there's a lot to unfold before us yet, I think.
And so I'll stop again. I'm having to break this up into little pieces so I can download it properly. There was something else that somebody was asking me, and it was... Anyway, even though he has COVID, he made COVID fish pies. COVID fish pies yesterday, which I've filmed to let you see what they're like, and it was absolutely beautiful. The prawns were a bit big.
Oh, giant prawns.
They were giant. They were, and I just,
That's you being fussy.
that was me being fussy. They were massive, massive prawns, and I couldn't. It was like I kept thinking I was eating an animal, and I didn't want to. I didn't want. I said to him, "He's got some more to do."
I'm gonna chop them up.
I said, "Can you chop them up?" Because I said, "I really don't fancy eating a great big massive prawn that size." I'm almost close to being vegetarian at this rate. And what else do I want to tell you? What else do I want to tell them?
Well, you can tell me I'm also going to do some salmon on croûte.
Oh yes, he's bought. But you're wrapping the pastry round the salmon. But him and his granddaughter did salmon on croûte the other week. They made a bulk one. They did. You did 4? Did you do 4?
I think
we did one for you, me, and Fern.
Yeah.
And then there was one left because the littlest one didn't want. She had something else.
The beef burger.
And so a beef burger. So we put one away, and then him and I split it down the middle, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was really, really nice. So he's going to do a batch salmon one, salmon on croûte as well.
Why?
And the reason why we're doing this, for those of you in the USA, partly with what's happening in Russia and Ukraine, and partly because of all sorts of other things, our heating prices are doubling, and our fuel prices have gone right up. And if you want to know how much we pay for a gallon of fuel, how much do we pay?
Currently, £1.65, which is probably $2 or thereabouts.
Is that $2?
£1.65. Yeah, I'd say so.
$2.
I don't know what the exchange rate is. So.
$2 a gallon. And so
hang on.
He's just looked it up.
It's $2.
16 a gallon over here, and it's going up quite a lot all the time. It's gone up. What was it like? What was it before?
Well, it went up to 170. No, it was 5% higher. So what would that be? 170 odd. But the government knocked 5 pence off the tax. 5% off the tax.
Yeah. So we're petrol's high. It's gone really high, and our electricity and our gas is doubling. So, and that started on the 1st of April. So everyone is
April Fool.
April Fool, yeah. Everyone has, basically got to tighten their belts, and we are basically turning the heating down a little bit, setting it so that it doesn't come on as much. I've got it so it comes on at 4 in the afternoon, whereas we'll probably, being in here all day, we'll probably have it on at 2. Fortunately, at the moment, 2 things. We are in credit, and the other thing is we're starting to head towards spring and summer, and fingers crossed we don't get any bad weather or cold weather to make it get to make us have to put the heating on. But it is something we're going to have to be careful of, because we, it's getting really pricey, isn't it? And what else can I talk about? I don't know if there's anything else.
Elvis.
Elvis. I never liked Elvis when he was alive.
Uh-huh.
And then as soon as he died, and all these songs came out, I kept thinking, actually, it's quite a good song, that, and that's quite a good song, and that's quite a good song. But at the time, I wasn't, I didn't want it. I didn't like him. I didn't like Cliff Richards either.
I ain't nothing but
No, you can't. Shut up. Anyway, this is a little quick one, and I thought I'd put this little snippet in for you. Did anybody ask me any other questions yesterday? Oh, somebody said, are you two married?
Are we?
Are we?
Oh,
did we get married?
We got married!
When did we get married? I only remember when we got married, because on the day we got married, he did his speech, and he said, I will never forget this day of getting married because, what did he say?
I said, because it's a Star Wars moment. May the 4th be with you.
And last year we forgot, didn't we? We forgot it was a wedding.
we did. I think we remembered on May the 6th.
We got past about May the 6th, and we went, hey, it was our wedding anniversary 2 days ago. And this one coming up is a special one. Is it?
20th.
20 years. 20 years we've been together. So the person who
No, we've been together longer.
Well, we've been together longer, but 20 years since we got married. And on the day we got married, this is a weirdo here. On the day we got married in the registry office. And the lady said, "Are you having an unusual wedding?" And he said, "What do you mean by unusual?" She said, "Well, are you coming in on a horse, or are you getting dressed up?" And he said, "Why?" And she said, "Well, apparently some TV channel wants to talk to people who, they want to do a documentary on video of people who are getting married in strange customs and things." And he said, "Oh, we'll do that." And I said, "No, we will not." And then and I said, "No, we're not doing that." On the day of the wedding, the lady said, "I will not marry you unless you bring the money to pay for the registry office or the wedding certificate or whatever you call it." So we both turned up, and all of our congregation was there. There wasn't that many, about 20 people. And was there more than that? I can't remember. Anyway,
at least 30.
So they all were there, and then the lady took us into the office, and she says, "Right, can I have the money?" And we both went. I said, "Well, I can't marry you unless you've got the money." So then I went. And
I said, "But I don't want to marry you. I want to marry her."
So then I went through to the congregation. I'm going, Molly, you haven't got £100 on you." And she said, that was my sister-in-law. And she said, "Yes, I have actually." So she gave me £100 in cash, and I went and paid for it. And then I said, "I'll give it you back." I said, "I'll call in at the cash machine on the way back." So as well, then when he was about to marry me, his hands were shaking like that. He was holding my hand and he was shaking like mad. And I'm going, "Are you okay? Is it because you don't want to get married?" And he's going, "No, it's just I'm so excited."
Listen, the woman of my dreams. It took me a long time to find you.
So anyway, after the wedding, we all set off. We had the wedding in Darlington. The wedding was in Darlington, and we were going to a hotel by the airport. So on the way, we had to pass past the supermarket where the cash machines were.
So we formed a wagon train.
So we ended up going down to the cash machine, and when I looked behind, there was about 20 cars behind us, waiting behind us while we got the money out, and then they were all following us back because they didn't know where they were heading to. Then I think we had a meal, and then him and I were heading off for a honeymoon to Amsterdam.
We had the wedding reception at the airport.
Sorry, this noise this is my washing machine making all this noise.
Oh, right. And it was in a hotel on the airport. The hotel had a little porch, and on top of the porch there was an aircraft. Wasn't a usable aircraft. It was just like a model of a Harrier jump jet, right? Which was brilliant. And we went out after the reception to go into the airport, catch our aeroplane to go to Amsterdam. And everybody shouted for Micheline to
throw her
flowers. So she turned around and threw it over her shoulder.
Went up on the roof.
Landed on the bloody aeroplane. So
I think it was your son had to climb. He had to climb on his brother's shoulders to get up.
My two sons, one on the other's shoulders, clambered onto the thing, jumped on the aeroplane and retrieved the
bouquet. And then I don't know who got it after that. I don't think I was bothered. I just slung it.
It was one of the youngsters, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was. But yes, so that was 20 years, coming up 20 years. We've been married, been together for a lot longer than that. But
not a lot longer.
Not a great couple of years, 2 or 3 years after.
2002, we met in 1998 for the first time, and in July.
June.
Is it June? Oh,
June.
I'm getting old. Yeah. So what's that? 24 years.
24 years, yes.
24 years.
24 years. Anyway, I think we've told you enough about us, and and the machine stopped, so now you can hear what we're saying.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. So I am not going for coffee because, as I said, my thing is showing a little bit. The T means I've got... Why is it gone? The T means I've still got COVID. The C means it's clear. I always thought the C meant that I had COVID.
No, you may not, because apparently it can still pick up the antigens and misinterpret it after you've had it.
Well, there you go.
And give you a negative result when you're actually... a positive result.
I'm coughing a little bit, but not very much.
So you could actually be negative.
Close to negative.
But we'll see.
Anyway, and the other thing was, somebody said, what did you mean when you said you're going to get tarted up before you put these dresses on? And they probably thought that tarted up was kind of, well, like a tart.
Well, that's what it means.
It is. But because up in Northumberland, where I come from, it was a common comment, oh, she's got herself all tarted up to go out.
It stems from baking, I'm sure, because, buns are standard, tarts are a bit special.
Well, it's well known, the town where I used to live had the most social clubs in England, I think it was. It had about 30 social clubs.
Why,
And all the women, it was an old coal mining village that got bigger and bigger. And years ago, the girls used to get, when the fashion was for mini skirts and tops and things, they never used to put their coats on. And you could see them in the middle of winter, snowing like anything, freezing cold. They would go out with just their mini skirts on, the high heels, and they'd be going around going, it's cat! And they'd be wandering around like that on their high heels, going from one club to the next, to the next, to the next. And so they got well known as being girls that could tolerate very cold temperatures with half their clothes on.
It's in the northeast girls' blood, I think, because I remember the first time we had snow here, Micheline slammed her bikini on and went out in a pair of clip-ons.
This is the dad jokes. Anyway, we're going to love you and we're going to leave you and catch you next time. Bye!